guys, my name is Mike, and I'd like to tell you a story about me and my stepsister. I suppose all of you can imagine how hard the relationship between siblings can be. And it gets even worse when the two of you are born by different parents. So, here's my experience. My father passed away a long time ago from a heart attack. And this loss was terrible for me and my mom. It felt like it was just the two of us alone in the whole world. So we promised to support each other in any life situation, and I did when Mom decided to get married again. Fortunately, he happened to be one of the most perfect people I'd ever met. He has been a wonderful friend for me since the very first moment we met each other. We shoot hoops every morning. He is pretty supportive of my addiction to computers and programming and even buys me some new cool stuff for it every once in a while. But he has one huge shortcoming: his daughter. Her name is Elizabeth, and she's only a couple of months older than me, but feels the need to remind me about it any chance she gets. "You have to listen to me since I'm older and more experienced," Elizabeth constantly says. And I can't do anything about it because I don't want to upset my mom, so I just take my sister as she is. The arrogance of my older sister is aggravated by the fact that we go to the same school where she happens to literally be the most popular chick out there. And I am, in comparison, far from being an even slightly important person, so she usually teases me or mocks me or says something stupid about me to her cool friends. Once, for example, she filled my locker with something green and gooey, and when I opened it, all this slime just covered me, ruining my pants and making them wet and sticky. And the other day, she made me a sorry sandwich, which turned to not be filled with tuna, but dog food. But the last of her pranks made me feel like it was a time to retaliate. I have a couple of friends, my best friends actually, who are interested in computer science, like I am. For a while, we've been realizing our shared dream of creating our own spectacular computer game, which we hope will totally beat all the records in the gaming world. In order to create our characters to be as real as they could be, we usually perform the main actions by ourselves. So one day, when I was trying to show how a character in our game should be using his weapon, I was skipping and hopping while holding a toy gun in my hand so my friends could draw everything perfectly. We didn't notice that my monster sister had snuck into the room and was recording all my movements with her cell phone. The next day, she shared this video with virtually the whole school, saying it was me playing with toys like a little boy. It probably goes without saying how embarrassed I was, seeing every single person mocking and laughing at me. Some of them even recommended that I carry around a baby blanket so I wouldn't cry. It was really embarrassing, and I decided to finally get my revenge. I had never thought of complaining to my parents because my mom always told me to be a gentleman, which is why I felt I needed to find my own way to stop my sister from teasing me. The perfect decision came to me all at once. I happened to be passing by my sister's room when she was doing something strange in there. I looked through the crack in the door and saw how Elizabeth was pretending as if she were a beauty queen, winning some contest. She was twirling in front of her mirror, pretending she was waving to her fans. She even sang a song, which, frankly speaking, sounded pretty awful. But everything she was doing was perfect for getting people to laugh at her. So I took my cell phone out of my pocket and I recorded the whole thing. Can you imagine how excited I was to have the perfect chance to change my life? I immediately showed this video to my friends, and together we decided to improve it a little bit on the computer and post it to the school intranet. The next day, I was so excited to have posted this evidence and shame Elizabeth. I couldn't wait until she realized what I'd done. Everybody was laughing, mocking her beauty queen mannerisms right as she walked into the school, and then in the school cafeteria and everywhere else. After she'd had too much of the ridicule, she broke into tears and ended up running away. But you know what? This didn't make me feel happy or pleased. I felt like I'd ruined her reputation for good. After all, she was the most popular girl in school, and I would always be a nobody, even without all her mocking. So I felt sorry for my sister and decided to apologize. I told her that I didn't really want to hurt her feelings. I just wanted to show her how embarrassing and stupid it was to feel like the school idiot. Surprisingly, she forgave me. But it wouldn't be Elizabeth if she didn't ask for something in return for her forgiveness. I promised to create a special computer program for her that would help her choose makeup, dresses, and so on with the click of a mouse by just uploading a single photo. We still hadn't become the greatest of friends, and she still keeps making jokes about me at school, but they're more funny and kind and not as humiliating as they used to be. By the way, she never told her parents about anything I did, so